August 2nd, Linwood, Washington, Wikispeed. I'm with Max Cannela, and this is William Newing. And today, during our build, Max actually brought in a turbo, looks like.
Yep, this thing.
Go ahead and explain this, what you're intending to build, and what does it look like?
So, essentially what this build is if you look over to, I think the idea is if you look over to car 008, essentially that car is designed to be sort of the race car model. Now, some of the higher end race cars, as a lot of you will know, are equipped with sort of turbojet capabilities, so built into them. So essentially what I'm doing as sort of a big project is I'm actually creating a prototype turbojet to do some tests on, and I don't know, maybe we'll make a real one and put it in the car. Who knows where this is going to go, but I'm starting small. So essentially what we're starting with is we are turning a car turbo and duct taping it together with a few bodges of parts and making a turbojet held together by duct tape. It's crazy, but maybe it'll work, and it could be pretty cool. So essentially,
a proof of concept.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So today we started by removing the manifold from the turbo. This was on that.
Yep.
So we removed that. I drafted up the basic sort of, it's a very rough sketch, but this is essentially what it'll look like. It's not exactly to scale, and I'm sure we could post some pictures or something if you want to look at it in depth.
Oh, definitely, yes.
So did that, and then I put some stuff over it. Put some tests relative, in relation of the turbo onto the board.
Yes, on our backlog.
Yeah.
We see it right there, and we'll zoom in a little bit. Excellent. And we also found the weather pack. Thank you, Doctor. Get cracking on that. Max and I also were able to, look at that! Bolt on the left suspension rear module. These lug nuts will need to be tightened down. Hence, I have not taken them off the blocks yet. I barely have any bolts really put in on the right side. Actually, I did put them on. Never mind. They also need to be tightened down. But yes, 008 car is finally looking back like a car. What else? We will continue to work on primary gauge. We didn't get too much progress on that today. We were hoping we'll get to that, but some of the items created a little bit more backlog. The steering CAD of this guy, Max, is
in progress.
And then also I suggested a Fusion 360 software for him to try out as well, because I remember when Fusion 360s were here, they were using an iPhone, this thing that I'm actually recording on, to scan and take a full bunch of photos and mesh them together with our aeroshell to integrate that into Fusion 360's model. So if a model of this needs to be done, that could be it as far as rendering. But it does take a little bit of contact switching loss because it's a different tool. There's some similar software, some similar sub-tools within the CAD tool, but it will take some learning and getting used to. There are suggestions in terms of getting two people on certain items, such as taking apart the exhaust manifold, bolting on the suspension module. Getting a good estimate of those things would be really important, as the items took a little bit longer than actually expected. So
essentially, many hands make light work.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. Any suggestions, Max?
Yeah. Don't strip your screws. If you do, you're a little screwed.
As well as the bolts. So
yeah,
that was a good idea. Getting two sets of eyes on that.
Essentially, what we did is we took this, put that on it, and had William here basically put his body weight on it and yank these rusty bolts off. So that saved a lot of time. If we would have had to grind that off, it would have taken a lot longer and been a much bigger task. But fortunately,
good point. So using physics as leverage, giving yourself more foot-pounds per square inch. So,
or the other way around, you could do it like this.
Right. Actually, that's what we did essentially on that last bolt, because there wasn't much of a area to wrap the other end around, the closer end. Excellent. Well, that is it. Thank you very much. Good night.